Hey guys, Jeremiah Baker here, and I want to talk today about how to choose the right pay-per-click management company. It's a question that I get all the time, and the issue usually comes from the fact that you've hired a pay-per-click company and you've been burned. So if you worked for several people before or another agency and you're not overly happy with them, there's good reason for that. And I want to show you in this video what to look out for so that that doesn't happen to you again. Because pay-per-click advertising in Google AdWords or any other search engine should be very simple. One, the company you're working with should work with you to set up a very clear goal for measuring success and failure for that matter. So when you start out, maybe you're an e-commerce company. So your goal is likely going to be sales. So if you spend $1,000 on pay-per-click fees in a month, then you would hope that you would get around $2,000 in return or some form of positive return, and that's how you would measure. If you're in business to business and you're looking to generate sales leads, then it's going to be a little bit different tracking mechanism, but the firm should work with you to say, okay, look, either you're generating leads right now at this dollar amount and we want to reduce it down to a certain amount and maintain the quality of the targets that we're reaching, and or if you can do closed loop tracking and you track sales quarterly, then you could track all the way through to say, I spent $1,000 in Google AdWords and this quarter that generated a positive return on investment. And if you're measuring against those things, it makes it very easy to basically make sure that the agency or pay-per-click management company and or consultant that you're working with is doing their job correctly. And you can track it on paper, in a report, in a spreadsheet. It doesn't really matter, but you should have those tracking mechanisms in place. So that's number one. You have to have conversion tracking and clear goals defined so that you know how to measure the agency and make sure that they're doing their job correctly. Number two, when you're hiring a pay-per-click management company, don't only look at the big names that they've worked with, because that really doesn't mean anything. I mean, if they've worked with a small company or a large company, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, right? What matters is that they are able to take that company and reach very specific business goals. So for me, if I'm hiring, I don't care how big the companies they worked with are. I just want to know that you worked with this company or these several companies, and you were able to take them and prove the point that whatever they were spending in advertising on pay-per-click fees was a lot lower than what they're making in return, and show me that on paper and let me talk to those folks so that I can really make sure that you're telling the truth. And I fear that a lot of people don't go through that exercise when they're vetting agencies and or pay-per-click management companies, and then they end up getting burned. Now, number two, when it comes to pricing, I would be very wary of any company that wants to charge you based on a fee of your total monthly spend, because what does that really mean? That simply means that the more you spend, the more money they make. It doesn't mean the better they do for you, the more money they make. So you want to make sure that formula is in place so that when you're in a situation where you're only paying them if they're helping you do better. And that's the way it should be with pay-per-click management. We're gone with the days of Madison Avenue marketing and just throw a bunch of money at things and see what works. That should never be the case. It should be incremental. So your spending should only go up as you see your positive return going up. And then if you wish, that's the point at which your agency or pay-per-click management company should be rewarded, not simply because you've increased your budget. That, to me, that's crazy. You should only be rewarded if you're doing well. So make sure that you don't get pulled into that funnel of paying a percentage of your total monthly spend, because you'll notice that the agency wants to keep turning up your monthly spend so they get paid more. Now, the fourth step here or question really comes down to not as much a specific, but rather how good do you feel about the company that you're talking with? Do you feel that they've done what you want to do in the past? You know, they've been able to help other companies reach the same goals that you want to reach. And it doesn't have to be the same industry. It just has to be a similar selling situation. Do you feel good about them? Do you feel like they're going to be there, or do you feel like they're just another kind of factory approach where they throw an account manager at you and they spit out some automated reports and you don't really know what you're getting? Now, if it were me in my business, I'd want to make sure that they're proving to me that they can actually deliver toward my main end goal. And if it's e-commerce, I want to make more money than I'm spending in the search engines. And if it's B2B lead generation, I want to make sure that my lead costs are going down, quality's going up, and that at the end of the quarter or whatever sales cycle you measure, that I'm making positive return and positive revenue off of that form of advertising, be it Google AdWords or any of the other pay-per-click platforms out there. And if I measure against those hard goals, then I'm pretty sure that I'll always be able to work closer to getting what I want out of pay-per-click, and it won't be a simple situation where I paid someone and then didn't get anything out. And then if you're with a really good firm, they will prove very hard things to you. So they'll say, look, we can either save you and or make you this much money, or we're going to give you some money back or a total money back guarantee. And those are the really good firms. They know what they're doing, and they're willing to back it up. And then they let you speak to their customers and ask them all the tough questions that you want to ask. So that's what I would do if I were looking to hire a pay-per-click management company. I would say, how are you going to prove to me that we're going to reach hard business goals, be it e-commerce sales and or more and better leads for less money in a B2B world and more sales at the end of the day? And show me how you're going to track that all the way through and present me with a dashboard so I don't have to dig around or guess what's going on at any given time. 2, are you going to be there for me when I need you? Can I email you, call you, Skype you, whatever it may be, live chat, so I can get my questions answered? And then can I talk to your customers so that you can prove to me that what you're saying is the truth and it's not just something that you made up? And that's what I do. Be hard on them. Ask them the tough questions and don't let them, basically use smoke and mirrors and all this exciting talk around, we work with this great big company, we've been in business for 10 years and all this kind of stuff, because that doesn't matter. What matters is they get you results. And if they're not talking about results, I would run far, far away. If you have any more questions about how to hire someone or would like an audit of your account now to see if you can be doing better, please feel free to go over to jeremiahbaker.com. You should see the bar here in the bottom of the screen. And feel free to reach out to me and contact me. I'll help you the best that I can. And to your success, have a great day. This is Jeremiah Baker, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment and or share it if you would like. Thanks again. Rock on. Bye-bye.